Hello, welcome to the United Man. My name is Shane. This is the latest on Man United transfer news. Now, ladies and gents, we've gone and done it. We've signed Bruno Fernandes.
The mic, making sure productive time.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I am excited. Yes, I want to be able to show it because this deal has been going on for an age, it seems like. We're talking from last summer transfer window this has been going on for. Even though Man United coming out saying that they didn't or they weren't in for him, they have been scouting Bruno Fernandes for the longest while. So the fact that it's got done, it's over the line, he is now a Red. Man, it feels good, it sounds good. Okay, so what do we know? How did this deal come about? Oh, before I get started, just in case you're wondering, the reason why I sound a bit nasally is because I am just getting over a head cold, as I'm sure many of us have recently. So Wednesday night, it was all happening. You had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talking about the Bruno Fernandes deal because obviously the club had come out and confirmed beforehand that we had agreed terms with Sporting Lisbon finally. So there was questions asked of Ole before the Man City 1-0 win. Unfortunately, we got bounced out of the cup anyway on aggregate. But Ole was answering questions on what he thought about the Bruno Fernandes deal. Following on from that, there was reports that he was flying in from Portugal to Manchester, staying overnight in the Larry Hotel, I believe. Now, once that was all completed, in terms of the medical, which followed on the Thursday morning, it was all celebrations time. Now, as I said, he completed his medical on the Thursday, 30th of January. Get it right, Shane. It was believed that, you know, he was really, really emotional leaving Sporting. There was an interview on Portuguese TV showing that, you know, he's very grateful for his time at Sporting and those who supported him there, which is understandable. He was there for a long time. What I really liked about Bruno Fernandes, though, obviously this has been dragging on for a long time. He was ready to leave Sporting, summer gone, but he knuckled down, stayed very professional, didn't lose his head, didn't demand a transfer request, which is what we've seen so many players do right about now. So that, you know, I admire that of him. So that speaks highly of his character. Got on with it, got on with the job, even though, you know, it was knocking on. If we were frustrated with the deal not getting done, imagine how Bruno Fernandes felt. So it was reported that he has signed a 5.5-year deal worth an initial £47 million sterling and potential of rising to 67 to 68 mil with potential bonuses. Those bonuses, as we all know already, some of those were deemed to be realistic, some not so realistic. Now, one of the really interesting points I found with Bruno Fernandes, obviously when a transfer breaks in terms of the deal being completed, you tend to get a lot more sort of truth to the matter and what happened. And who's involved and who said what to a degree. Now, Bruno Fernandes come out, he was being very gracious, very courteous in regard to his time at Sporting, thanking everyone there, saying that they supported him and his family when they moved back to Sporting. And yeah, it just seems like a, you know, stand-up guy from what you can tell from the interviews. The main reason, one of the huge reasons that he wanted to join Man United so much is because he became a Manchester United fan, as we've seen when his Portuguese compatriot Cristiano Ronaldo joined Man United, and his words were from those days, he's been a Manchester United fan ever since. So Cristiano Ronaldo still having a positive influence on us many years after he's left. But what that says to me about Bruno Fernandes is the fact that he knows what he wants. Once he knows what he wants, he goes for it, and he stays true to it. He doesn't divert. He doesn't get torn or drawn or diverted. Obviously, there was whispers of Barcelona coming in last minute. Whether that was just a bit of a hype thing to try and get Man United getting a deal done, which, you know, possibly worked, possibly didn't. I feel like we was going to get the deal done in any case. And to that point, I did say numerous times, I believed it was a case of when and not if. Now, you would have already seen on a graphic that the team that possibly could line up when injuries are all said and done, obviously, but my favourite possibility of a lineup would be David De Gea in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams looking after their fullback positions, with Harry Maguire and Axel Tuanzebe. Now, I know he's been injured for a long while, but Victor Lindelof for me is just nowhere near good enough. Like I said, he had a good season last season, as I led testament before, but he's just not shown any way, shape or form of being a lead in centre-back partnership for Harry Maguire. Now, obviously, Harry Maguire is now a club captain, so he's going to be in there come what may. I believe Tuanzebe is better suited to him, but he needs to stay injury-free. Likewise, even Eric Bailly is better suited than Lindelof because of his athleticism. He makes up for, as I say, Maguire's weaknesses, so-called. Moving on to the midfield, I would have Scott McTominay, Pogba and Bruno. Bruno being the most advanced of those central midfielders, as he is a big goal threat. Not to say Pogba isn't, but yeah, Pogba is a lot more physical, so he can get stuck in the physical battles. Bruno, though, does have a good ratio for winning tackles as well, so he's not shy at sticking his foot in. As I said, when all's said and done, everyone is fit and back to full health, and we're at full strength, which we haven't been at all this season. I don't believe we've had an opportunity to be full strength. But as I said, when everyone's at full strength, Rashford, Martial and Daniel James making up the front three. Obviously, Martial playing down the middle, Rashford on the left and Daniel James on the right. Now, central midfield area has been the area, obviously, where we've been struggling. Now, the fact that we've added Bruno Fernandes to that mix, Pogba is already very creative, and he's been the most creative force in our team since his return. But to add a complementary piece like Bruno Fernandes, not just a complementary piece, someone who could possibly take Pogba's level up to the next degree, he will not only complement Pogba, but will also take the burden of being the main creator in the team as well. Because obviously Rashford playing off the left, essentially he's a striker as an inverted forward, always looking to cut in off the left-hand flank and shoot on his right. Rarely will he run down to the byline and cross on his left foot, or cut back on his right and cross. That being said, though, I feel like Daniel James playing on the right-hand side could be a very good balance. Obviously, he's played a lot of games, but obviously if he get his technique right in terms of crossing the ball and delivery, he could be very dangerous. And obviously with the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba arriving at the edge of the box, it could be a la Keane, a la Paul Scholes, arriving at the end, bang. Now, interesting point is really the fact that, yes, we've signed Bruno Fernandes, probably not going to get anyone else. Obviously, you know, there's not a lot of time left and there's not been a lot of whispers of who else would be signing. But we have obviously loaned out, that's been confirmed, we've loaned out Marcos Rojo, who's gone to Estudiantes back in Argentina, more likely going to sign there when their season ended. Ashley Young obviously gone to Inter Milan. Chris Smalling is looking on staying at Roma. Obviously, we've offloaded Sanchez in the summer as well to Inter. The only one left now really of the deadwood is really Phil Jones. So all in all, really, I wouldn't say it's been a very good transfer window. It's been productive in the sense that we're still making the forward moves. Obviously, since Ollie's come in, he's got rid of, as I said, Alexis Sanchez, Lukaku, who I wouldn't say was deadwood per se, but that's who he's let go. Obviously, Ander Herrera, I wouldn't have let him go either. Marouane Fellaini, deadwood. Smalling, deadwood. Young, deadwood. Rojo, deadwood. So over the course of just 2 transfer windows already, he's got rid of a lot of the deadwood. As I said before, there's only really Phil Jones knocking around now of the deadwood. So yeah, but as we add more quality to the starting lineup, it makes our bench stronger. Obviously, Mason Greenwood, as I keep saying before, he's not really ready to be a starter week in, week out. He's only been starting as a circumstance because of Rashford being injured. But as we add more quality, our bench gets stronger. The strength in depth is obviously better. Supporting cast is better. A lot more players are happier. We perform better, get better results. Now, one of the other things that comes around with new signings, obviously, is the fact that they've got to have a squad number. Now, there's not a lot of numbers available. There is number 25 available, 27 and 32. All dead numbers, really. None of them really stand out as, yeah, I'd want that number for Bruno Fernandes. Now, number that came to my mind was, well, who's wearing a number 7 shirt? Why can't he have number 7 shirt? Then I realised Alexis Sanchez wore the number 7 shirt whilst he's at Manchester United. And because he's only out on loan, obviously the squad number still belongs to him. It's been assigned to Alexis Sanchez. So, yeah, obviously, unless we let go of Alexis Sanchez during the summer, it looks like Bruno Fernandes is going to have a dead number like 25, 27 or 32. But in any case, that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, as I said, it's not been a fantastic transfer window, but it's been productive. We've made the right steps again. Obviously, it's only one signing. Would have liked 2 in January. But like I said, it's a step in the right direction. So that's the Bruno Fernandes saga over. I'm happy he's here. I'm happy the wait's over. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Take care.